sky is roaring with unseen fury. Can you feel it? A cosmic firestorm portal, ignited by a rare alignment of Sirius and the galactic center, has ripped open this very moment in April 2025, unleashing a torrent of high-frequency light that's shaking the very core of your being. This isn't just energy. It's a celestial reckoning, a once-in-a-millennium event that's already setting your soul ablaze. Your bones hum with lightning. Your skin prickles as if something ancient is clawing its way to the surface. You've felt this for days, haven't you? The restless dreams, the tightness in your chest, the unexplainable shivers. Those aren't coincidences. This portal is rewriting your essence, and it won't wait for anyone. The urgency is undeniable. This firestorm doesn't ask permission. It's here to burn away everything false within you. Your masks, your fears, your old timelines, leaving only the raw, unshakable truth of who you are. Nothing is safe. Nothing can hide. The universe is watching from within, its gaze piercing through your every doubt. Have you noticed strange symptoms lately? A racing heart while sitting still, sudden tears, or a buzzing in your limbs? These are the portal's fingerprints on your soul, and they're only the beginning. The cosmic clock is ticking. This portal peaks tomorrow, locking in your choice. Transform or stagnate for years to come. Will you step into the flames, or will you be left behind in the ashes of what could have been? I need you to pause right now. Look up at the sky, take a deep, grounding breath, and feel this energy surging through you. Then, hit the like button. Subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom Naturally to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. And leave a comment below. I'm ready for the firestorm. Share your symptoms, your dreams, your synchronicities. Let's build a community of awakened souls riding this wave together. The energy is real and it's relentless. Let's face it as a tribe. Let's strip away the illusions and get raw. Your emotions are likely spiraling like a tempest, aren't they? One moment you're soaring with inexplicable joy. The next you're drowning in waves of grief, anger, or confusion. Your body might feel like it's been plugged into a cosmic circuit, buzzing with an electric hum that won't let you sit still. You're not losing your mind, and you're certainly not alone in this. The cosmic firestorm portal is open, and its energy is a relentless tidal wave crashing through every layer of your being, stirring up chaos in its wake. Imagine a cosmic pressure system colliding with your soul, a high-frequency storm that's shaking loose everything you've buried deep within. Your heart might be racing even when you're sitting quietly, as if it's trying to break free from the cage of your chest. You might feel utterly exhausted, collapsing into bed at odd hours, only to wake up wired with a restless energy that has you pacing at 2 a.m., unable to shake the feeling that something massive is coming. Perhaps you've been crying over the smallest things. A song on the radio, a fleeting memory of childhood, or even a random thought that hits you like a freight train. You might feel a strange tingling in your hands, as if they're waking up after years of numbness, or a heaviness in your legs, like you're carrying the weight of lifetimes on your shoulders. Have you noticed sudden food intolerances, where foods you once loved now leave you feeling sluggish or ill? Maybe you're experiencing vivid déjà vu, moments where time seems to fold in on itself, leaving you dizzy with the sensation that you've lived this exact moment before. These aren't random quirks. They're the firestorm's fingerprints on your soul, the physical echoes of a spiritual awakening that's rewriting your very DNA. This portal is flooding your system with high-frequency light, a celestial energy that's interacting directly with your energy field, stirring up old emotions, memories, and fears like a violent storm shaking a snow globe. The flakes, your limiting beliefs, suppressed pain, and outdated stories, are swirling chaotically, making everything feel messy, overwhelming, and raw. But this mess isn't chaos. It's sacred. It's your inner system being rewired, your cells vibrating at a higher frequency, your essence being recalibrated to hold more light, more truth, more of the real you. What's happening on a deeper level? This high-frequency light isn't just passing through. It's activating dormant parts of your energy field, awakening codes within your DNA that have been asleep for lifetimes. Scientists might not have a name for this yet, but ancient wisdom keepers would recognize it as the fire of ascension, a transformative energy that burns away what's false to reveal what's eternal. You might feel this as a buzzing in your crown, a warmth spreading through your chest, or a sudden clarity in your thoughts, as if a fog has lifted after years of haze. But with this activation comes the stirring of the shadows, old traumas, fears, and insecurities rising to the surface to be released. Maybe you're reliving moments of rejection, feeling the sting of words spoken to you decades ago, or grappling with a deep-seated belief that you're not enough. These aren't here to torment you. They're here to be seen, felt, and let go. The firestorm is a cosmic detox, purging what no longer serves you, and that process can feel like a roller coaster of emotions and sensations. Let's talk about the physical symptoms in more detail, because they're likely more intense than you realize. Beyond the racing heart and fatigue, you might notice your vision shifting. Colors seem brighter, almost pulsating, as if the world is more alive than ever. Sounds might feel amplified, with everyday noises like traffic or a ticking clock grating on your nerves. Your skin might feel hypersensitive, as if every touch carries an electric charge. Some of you might be experiencing headaches, particularly around your forehead or the back of your head, as your third eye and crown chakras open to receive this influx of energy. Others might feel a strange pressure in their ears, as if you're tuning into frequencies beyond the human range. Your appetite could be all over the place. Some days you're ravenous, craving fresh, vibrant foods like fruits and vegetables, while other days you can barely stomach a bite, your body rejecting anything that doesn't match its new vibration. Sleep is another battlefield. You might be sleeping 10 hours one night, only to be wide awake the next, your mind racing with thoughts and visions you can't quite grasp. These symptoms aren't just physical, they're energetic, and they're a sign that your body is catching up to the massive spiritual shift happening within you. The firestorm is forcing your nervous system to expand, to hold more light than it ever has before, and that expansion can feel uncomfortable, even painful at times. You might feel jittery, as if you've had too much caffeine, or experience muscle aches, particularly in your shoulders and back, as your body releases years of stored tension. Some of you might even feel a burning sensation in your chest or solar plexus, as if the firestorm is literally igniting your inner power centers. These sensations are temporary, but they're intense, and they're a testament to the power of this cosmic event. The firestorm isn't here to play nice. It's here to transform you, and that transformation starts with your body, your emotions, and your energy field. So, how do you navigate this storm without losing yourself in the chaos? First, honor what your body is telling you. If you need to cry, let the tears flow. They're a sacred release, washing away lifetimes of pain. If you're exhausted, rest without guilt. Your body is working overtime to integrate this energy. If you're restless, step outside and let nature be your anchor. Walk barefoot on the grass, feel the cool earth beneath your feet, and imagine its steady energy rising up through your body, grounding you in the present moment. Breathe deeply, inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8, and visualize the excess energy flowing out of you, returning to the earth. Water is your greatest ally right now. Drink it in abundance, letting it hydrate not just your body but your energy field, smoothing the jagged edges of this transition. Take long showers or baths, imagining the water as a cascade of light, washing away the heaviness, the doubt, the fear that's rising to the surface. Picture it swirling down the drain, leaving you lighter, clearer, more aligned with the truth of who you are. You might also notice a heightened sensitivity to your environment. Loud noises, car horns, crowded rooms, even the hum of electronics might feel unbearable, grating against your newly refined energy field. Toxic conversations, whether it's gossip, negativity, or drama, might make your stomach churn, as if your body is physically rejecting anything that doesn't match your new vibration. Certain people might feel draining to be around, their energy clashing with yours like static interference. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of growth. Your soul is setting new boundaries, declaring, protect your peace at all costs. Listen to that inner wisdom. Step away from what feels heavy, whether it's a conversation, a place, or a person. Surround yourself with what feels light, soft music, gentle lighting, the quiet hum of nature. You might even feel drawn to cleanse your space. Open the windows, burn sage or Palo Santo, and let the fresh air carry away the stagnant energy that's been holding you back. This isn't madness. It's transformation on a cellular level. You're not falling apart. You're being reborn, and the Firestorm is your guide through this sacred process. But it's not just about enduring the symptoms, it's about understanding their purpose. Each wave of emotion, each physical sensation, is a message from the universe, a sign that you're shedding what no longer serves you. That sadness you feel might be the release of a childhood wound. The anger a sign that you're finally ready to set boundaries. The buzzing in your body a signal that your energy field is expanding. Don't fight these feelings, lean into them. Journal about what's coming up. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Maybe that grief is showing you where you've been holding onto the past, or that restlessness is urging you to take action toward a dream you've been ignoring. The Firestorm is a mirror, reflecting back the parts of you that need to be seen, healed, and released. Pause right now and comment below. What symptoms are you feeling most intensely? Is it the emotional waves, the physical buzzing, or something else entirely? Share your experience, because your story might be the key that helps someone else navigate this storm. Together, we're stronger, and together, we'll rise through the flames. The Firestorm is doing its work, and it's not here to break you. It's here to awaken you. Trust the process, even when it feels overwhelming. You're being upgraded, and the version of you that emerges will be more powerful, more aligned, more radiant than ever before. Here's the unfiltered cosmic truth staring you in the face. The old you, the one built on fear, people-pleasing, and shrinking to fit into someone else's mold, cannot survive this portal. The cosmic Firestorm is a relentless force, and it's here to incinerate every inauthentic layer you've clung to for safety, comfort, or survival. Think about it. How many times have you said yes when every fiber of your being screamed no, your gut twisting in protest as you forced a smile? How often have you swallowed your truth, biting your tongue to avoid conflict, to keep the peace, to be liked? How many years have you spent pretending to be okay when inside you were shattering into 1,000 pieces, your heart aching with the weight of unspoken words? That version of you, the one who performed, who hid, who shrank to fit into boxes that were never meant for your wild, untamed soul, that version did what it had to do to survive. And we honor that. We honor the strength it took to navigate a world that often demands conformity over authenticity. But survival is no longer enough. The Firestorm isn't here to let you stay small. It's here to demand your evolution, to call forth the real you from the ashes of who you thought you had to be. This isn't a gentle nudge or a polite invitation. It's a cosmic ultimatum, a blazing inferno that doesn't care about your job title, your social status, or how perfectly curated your life appears on the outside. The Firestorm isn't interested in the masks you've worn to fit in, the roles you've played to be accepted, or the stories you've told yourself to stay safe. It wants your essence, your raw, unfiltered truth, not the polished version you present to the world, but the messy, vulnerable, still healing you that lies beneath. Can you show up as that person, even if it feels terrifying? Can you stand in your truth, even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble, even if you're not sure who you are without the layers you've built over the years? Letting go of the old self isn't about rejection. It's about liberation. A sacred release that frees you from the weight of who you were so you can step into who you're meant to be. What does this shedding look like in practice? It might mean walking away from relationships that have drained your spirit for years, the ones where you've dimmed your light to make others comfortable, where you've given more than you've received, where you've felt unseen and unvalued. Imagine sitting across from a friend or partner, feeling the familiar ache of being misunderstood, and finally saying, "I can't do this anymore." It might mean leaving a career that suffocates your soul, one that pays the bills but leaves you hollow, waking up each morning with a sense of dread rather than purpose. Picture yourself at your desk, staring at a screen that feels like a prison, and deciding, "This isn't my path. I'm done." It might mean finally pursuing the dream that lights you up, the one you've buried under layers of fear and self-doubt, the one that makes your heart race with both terror and excitement. Maybe it's starting that art project, writing that book, or moving to a new city. Whatever it is, it's the thing that feels right in your bones, even if it doesn't make sense on paper. This moment demands courage, honesty, and a trust so deep it feels like a leap into the unknown. Trust in yourself, your intuition, your inner knowing, the quiet voice that's been whispering to you all along. Trust in the timing of this portal, this cosmic firestorm that's arrived at this exact moment for a reason. Trust in the path unfolding before you, even if you can't see where it leads. The firestorm is asking you to admit what you truly want, not what looks good to others, not what fits society's expectations, but what sets your soul on fire with purpose and passion. What would your life look like if you stopped pretending, if you stopped hiding, if you stopped playing small? What would you say, do, create if you knew you couldn't fail, if you knew the universe was conspiring in your favor? These questions aren't hypothetical. They're a call to action, a demand from the firestorm to align with your truth, no matter how scary it feels. But let's be real, this process isn't going to be graceful or easy. Shedding the old self is messy, raw, and often painful. You might mourn the identity you're leaving behind, the version of you that felt familiar, even if it was built on fear. You might grieve the relationships that fall away, the roles you've played for so long, the safety of staying small. It's okay to feel that ache, to sit with the sadness of letting go. You might feel lost without the masks you've worn, unsure of who you are without the stories you've told yourself for years. It's like a caterpillar dissolving in its chrysalis. There's a moment where it's neither caterpillar nor butterfly, just a formless goo, a liminal space where nothing feels solid. But that goo, that in-between, is where the magic happens. That goo becomes wings, becomes flight, becomes a butterfly soaring into a new existence. Right now, you're in that liminal space, the in-between where transformation brews. Don't cling to what's fading. Don't drag your past into the flames. Let it burn. Let it go. What's waiting on the other side of this portal is more aligned, more joyful, more real, but only if you make space for it by releasing the old. The firestorm is burning away the weight of who you were, and that burning can feel like a loss, like a death of the self you've known. But it's not a death, it's a rebirth. You might find yourself revisiting old memories, moments where you compromised yourself, where you silenced your voice, where you chose safety over authenticity. Maybe you're remembering a time when you wanted to speak up but didn't, the words lodged in your throat like a stone, or a time when you stayed in a situation that drained you because you were too afraid to leave. These memories aren't here to shame you. They're here to show you what you're ready to release. Journal about them. Speak them aloud. Let them rise to the surface so the firestorm can burn them away. You might even feel physical sensations as you release these old patterns. A tightness in your chest loosening, a weight lifting from your shoulders, a warmth spreading through your body as if the flames are cleansing you from the inside out. What's on the other side of this release? A version of you that's freer, lighter, more aligned with your true purpose. Imagine waking up one morning and feeling a sense of peace you haven't felt in years, a clarity that cuts through the noise of the world. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing not the person you've been pretending to be, but the person you've always been beneath the layers, radiant, powerful, unapologetic. That's what the firestorm is leading you toward, but it requires you to let go of the old skin, the old stories, the old fears that have kept you small. It requires you to trust the process, even when it feels uncertain, even when you're not sure what the new you looks like yet. The firestorm isn't here to destroy you. It's here to reveal you, to strip away the false so the eternal can shine through. Pause and comment below. What part of your old self are you ready to release? Is it a fear, a relationship, a belief that's been holding you back? Share your story because your courage might inspire someone else to let go too. The firestorm is a collective journey, and we're in this together. Your new chapter is calling, and it's one only your authentic self can write. Step into the flames, and let the old you burn away. You're ready to soar. Have you been seeing repeating numbers everywhere you look? 111, 222, 444. Popping up on clocks, receipts, license plates, as if the universe is screaming your name? Maybe a song plays on the radio at the exact moment you're thinking of something profound, its lyrics mirroring your thoughts with eerie precision. Or perhaps someone you haven't spoken to in years suddenly messages you, their words feeling like they were written just for you. A message from the cosmos delivered through a human voice. These aren't coincidences. They're synchronicities, cosmic breadcrumbs scattered along your path, guiding you through the blazing chaos of this firestorm. When the cosmic firestorm portal opens, the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds thins to a gossamer thread, and the universe speaks louder than ever. Not through words, but through symbols, numbers, dreams, and messages that pierce your soul like arrows of truth. Each one a call to awaken, to listen, to follow. You might wake up from a dream that feels more like a memory than a fantasy, as if you've lived it before in another life, another dimension. In the dream, you might be standing on a cliff overlooking a starlit ocean, the wind whispering secrets in a language you almost understand, or walking through a forest where the trees glow with an otherworldly light, their branches reaching out to guide you. You wake up with a racing heart, the images lingering like a half-remembered song, leaving you with a sense of urgency, a knowing that something monumental is unfolding. Perhaps animals, owls, ravens, deer, or even a single butterfly, keep crossing your path, their presence heavy with meaning, as if they're messengers from the unseen. You might see the same animal 3 times in one day, each encounter feeling like a nudge, a whisper from the universe saying, "Pay attention," or you feel an unexplainable urge to open a book, watch a video, or visit a place, only to find the exact answer you've been seeking. A line in a book that speaks directly to your soul, a video that answers a question you've been carrying for weeks, a location that feels like a portal to another realm. These moments aren't random. They're confirmations, sacred signs that you're being guided by something greater than yourself. The universe, your higher self, your ancestors, the cosmic forces that weave the tapestry of existence. They're walking with you, whispering, "You're not alone." But what are they trying to tell you? What ancient codes are being unlocked in your DNA as these synchronicities unfold? Who are the unseen guides leading you through this portal, and what do they want you to remember? The firestorm amplifies these signs, turning subtle nudges into deafening calls to action, each one a thread in a larger cosmic tapestry that's only beginning to reveal itself. You might feel a chill down your spine when you see 11:11 on the clock, or a warmth in your chest when a stranger says something that feels like a prophecy. These are the moments where the veil is thinnest, where the spiritual and physical worlds collide, and the universe speaks directly to your soul. The more you notice these signs, the louder they become, as if you're building a sacred relationship with the divine. It's a dance, a rhythm, a call and response between you and the cosmos. The universe speaks, you listen, you respond, and it speaks louder, guiding you deeper into alignment. Start a journal to track these synchronicities. Write down the numbers you see, the dreams that linger, the gut feelings that won't let go. Maybe you see 222 every day for a week, and when you look up its meaning, it resonates with a decision you've been struggling to make. Maybe you dream of a white owl, and the next day, you see one perched outside your window, its eyes locking with yours in a moment of unspoken understanding. Over time, a pattern will emerge, a story will unfold, proving that you're not wandering aimlessly through this life. You're being guided, step by step, toward your true path. Even challenges carry messages within this cosmic dance. That delay in your plans, that argument with a loved one, that sudden loss or setback, they're not random obstacles. They're synchronicities in disguise, pushing you toward a truer path, a higher alignment. Maybe that missed flight forced you to stay in a city where you met a soul connection, or that argument revealed a boundary you've needed to set for years. The sign isn't always what you want. It's what you need to move forward, to grow, to evolve. So, don't ignore what's showing up, even if it feels uncomfortable. Open your eyes, open your heart, and follow the clues. They're your cosmic roadmap, leading you through the firestorm to a destination you can't yet see but can feel in your bones. Pause right now and comment below. What synchronicities have you noticed lately? Have you seen repeating numbers, had a prophetic dream, or felt a gut instinct that guided you? Share your story, because your experience might be the sign someone else needs to see. The firestorm is a collective awakening, and we're all part of this cosmic dance. Together, we'll follow the clues, unravel the mysteries, and step into the truth of who we're meant to be. This journey through the cosmic firestorm isn't all angel numbers, stardust, and warm feelings. It's a crucible, a blazing forge that will test you to your very core. The firestorm isn't here to coddle you or let you coast. It's here to burn away what's false and forge you into something unbreakable, a version of yourself that's stronger, clearer, and more aligned than you've ever been. You might notice these tests creeping into your life in small, subtle ways at first. Your patience stretched paper-thin in a traffic jam that feels endless, your plans collapsing at the last minute, leaving you scrambling, or a nagging frustration that nothing's moving fast enough, as if time itself is conspiring against you. But the firestorm doesn't stop there. It strikes deeper, hitting the raw, tender places within you. Maybe it's a sudden argument with someone you love, words flying like daggers, exposing wounds you thought were long healed. Maybe it's a relationship unraveling before your eyes, the threads of connection snapping one by one, leaving you reeling with loss. Or perhaps it's a trigger you thought you'd buried, a memory, a fear, a moment of shame, resurfacing with a vengeance, catching you off guard and leaving you breathless with its intensity. It's easy to spiral into self-doubt when these tests arise, to wonder, why is this happening to me? Why now? What's wrong with me? But the firestorm isn't punishing you. It's revealing you, dragging your shadows into the light so they can be seen, felt, and released. These challenges aren't random. They're cosmic invitations, opportunities to confront what's been buried, blocked, or waiting to heal within you. Maybe it's a belief that you're not enough, a voice in your head that's whispered lies since childhood, telling you you'll never measure up. Maybe it's a wound from your past, a moment of rejection, a betrayal, a time when you felt abandoned, that still lingers in your body, tightening your chest every time you try to step into your power. Or maybe it's a pattern of self-sabotage, a habit of holding yourself back just when you're on the brink of a breakthrough, because deep down you're afraid of what it means to truly shine. The firestorm's energy doesn't want you to suppress these shadows anymore. It wants you to face them with love, to let the flames burn them away so you can step into your truth. You'll be pushed far beyond your comfort zone, into situations that demand you choose. Will you fall into the old patterns that have kept you small, or will you rise into a new way of being, a way that honors your power, your authenticity, your light? Imagine you're in the middle of an argument, and the old you would have backed down, swallowed your truth, and smiled through the pain. But this time, you pause, you breathe, and you speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Or maybe you're facing a delay in a project you've poured your heart into, and instead of spiraling into frustration, you ask, what is this teaching me? How is this redirecting me towards something better? These tests aren't about passing or failing in the traditional sense. They're about how you show up when things get real, how you choose to respond when the firestorm turns up the heat. When discomfort strikes, don't run from it. Lean into it with curiosity and compassion. Sit with the feeling, whether it's anger, sadness, or fear, and ask, what is this trying to teach me? What is this revealing about where I need to grow? Maybe that anger is showing you where you've been giving your power away, or that sadness is helping you release a grief you've carried for too long. When you stop resisting and start listening, you shift everything. You become stronger, clearer, more aligned with your truth. Think of it like gold being purified in a furnace. The fire brings the impurities to the surface, dross, slag, the things that don't belong, so they can be skimmed away, leaving behind something pure, something radiant. You're being polished, refined, strengthened, not by ease, but by resilience. You're learning to dance in the storm, to wield your power in the face of chaos, to stand tall even when the winds howl around you. These tests are also a chance to break free from cycles that have kept you stuck. Maybe you've always been the peacemaker, the one who smooths things over, even at the cost of your own needs. The firestorm might push you into a situation where you have to say no, to stand up for yourself, to choose your own well-being over someone else's comfort. Or maybe you've always avoided risk, playing it safe to avoid failure, and the firestorm is nudging you toward a leap, quitting that job, starting that business, speaking your truth in a way that feels terrifying but liberating. Each test is a doorway, a chance to step into a new version of yourself, to rewrite the story of who you are. And the firestorm is there to support you, its flames burning away the old patterns so you can step through that doorway unencumbered. You don't have to do this perfectly. There's no such thing as spiritual flawlessness in the firestorm. It's okay to feel frustrated, to cry, to have moments of doubt where you wonder if you're strong enough to handle this. What matters is that you keep coming back to yourself, that you keep choosing growth over fear, truth over comfort, courage over complacency. You might stumble, you might fall, but each time you get back up, you're stronger, more grounded, more aligned. The pressure you feel, the discomfort, the intensity, it's the firestorm chiseling you into a diamond, shaping you into someone who no longer fits the old story of who you were. You're passing through a sacred initiation, a rite of passage that will leave you transformed, if you let it. Pause and comment below. What test is the firestorm bringing into your life right now? Is it a challenge in a relationship, a setback at work, or an inner struggle that's resurfacing? Share your experience, because your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to keep going. The firestorm is a collective journey, and we're all being forged in its flames. Keep going, you're doing better than you think, and the version of you that emerges will be a force of nature. If you feel like a seismic shift has cracked open inside you, like the ground beneath your soul has split apart and revealed a new landscape, you're not imagining it. You're not the same person you were even a week ago, and that's the raw, transformative power of the cosmic firestorm at work. This isn't just a change in your thoughts or habits. It's a complete rewriting of your energy, your frequency, your entire being, from the cellular level to the spiritual core. You might notice that things you once obsessed over, drama that used to consume your thoughts, insecurities that kept you up at night, material desires that felt so important, now feel flat, hollow, as if they've lost their grip on you entirely. You walk into spaces you used to love, a favorite cafe, a friend's house, a workplace, and they feel off, like they belong to a version of you that no longer exists, a ghost of who you were. You're not being cold or distant. Your soul is declaring, with unshakable clarity, "This isn't my home anymore. I've outgrown this." This shift can be profoundly disorienting, like you're floating between worlds, caught in a liminal space where nothing feels solid. Your body stands in the present, in the physical world you've always known, but your spirit is already leaping into new territory, pulling you toward a higher vibration, a new frequency that resonates with the truth of who you are. It's as if you're waking from a long, heavy dream, and the things that once felt massive, petty arguments, societal expectations, the need to prove yourself, now barely register on your radar. You might feel this shift physically, in ways that both awe and unsettle you. Your senses might be heightened. Colors seem brighter, almost pulsating with life, as if the world is painted in Technicolor. Sounds might feel sharper, more distinct, with every birdsong, every rustle of leaves, carrying a weight you can't quite explain. Your skin might feel more sensitive, as if every touch, whether it's a breeze or a handshake, carries an electric charge that reverberates through your body. Your body is changing in other ways, too, as it adjusts to this new frequency. Your appetite might be shifting, cravings for heavy, processed foods fading as your body demands lighter, purer fuel, like fresh fruits, vegetables, and water that feels alive with energy. Some of you might notice your taste buds changing entirely, rejecting foods that once brought comfort, as if your body is saying, "This doesn't match my vibration anymore." Sleep patterns could be erratic, a chaotic dance between deep, dream-filled rest and nights of insomnia where you lie awake, your mind racing with thoughts and visions you can't quite grasp. You might wake up at 3 a.m., the witching hour, feeling a pull to meditate, to write, to simply sit in the stillness and feel the energy coursing through you. Your dreams might be more vivid than ever, filled with symbols, spirals, stars, ancient temples, that leave you with a sense of awe and mystery when you wake. This energetic shift isn't just physical. It's spiritual, emotional, and mental, a holistic transformation that's aligning every part of you with your higher self. You might feel moments of profound clarity, where the noise of the world fades and you see your life with a new perspective, as if you're looking through a lens of truth. You might feel a warmth in your chest, a golden light expanding from your heart, as if your soul is finally remembering its own radiance. But with this expansion comes the release of what's heavy, what no longer serves you. You might feel detached from people, places, or things that once felt essential to your identity. A friendship that used to be your lifeline might now feel draining. The conversations shallow, the connection strained. A hobby you once loved might feel empty, the joy replaced by a quiet indifference. Even your own thoughts might feel foreign, as if the old patterns of worry, doubt, and fear are being replaced by a new inner voice. One that's calmer, wiser, more aligned with your truth. Don't panic. This fading of the old is exactly what's supposed to happen. The firestorm is spring cleaning your soul, clearing out what's heavy, what's misaligned, so you can move lighter, freer, more in tune with the real you. You're in a liminal space, a sacred in-between where you're no longer the version of yourself you've outgrown, but not yet fully the person you're becoming. This space is holy. Don't rush it. Don't try to label it. Don't force yourself to figure it out. Trust the process, even if it feels strange, even if it feels like you're floating in a void. The you that's emerging is braver, bigger, more authentic than anything you've been before. This version of you doesn't settle for less than they deserve, doesn't shrink to fit into boxes that were never meant for them, doesn't dim their light to make others comfortable. They remember who they are, even if that remembering comes in waves, in glimpses, in moments of quiet knowing. Pause and comment below. What shifts are you noticing in your energy? Are you feeling detached from old interests, experiencing physical changes, or sensing a new clarity? Share your experience, because your story might be the light someone else needs to navigate this liminal space. The firestorm is a collective journey, and we're all rising together. Trust the version of you that's emerging. They're leading you to a life that's more aligned, more joyful, more you than you've ever known. Feel that fire in your throat, that burning, undeniable urge to speak, to roar, to finally say what you've been holding back for years, maybe even decades. That's no coincidence. It's the cosmic firestorm awakening your voice, your truth, your power, igniting your throat chakra with a ferocity that demands to be heard. For too long, you've stayed silent, conditioned by a world that told you to shrink, to please, to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. You've said yes when you meant no, your stomach twisting as you forced the words out, knowing they betrayed your truth. You've kept your opinions locked away, a treasure chest of thoughts and feelings buried deep within, because you were afraid of rocking the boat, of being too much, of not being enough. You've let others speak for you, their voices drowning out your own, while you swallowed your words like bitter pills, each one a quiet surrender of your power. But the firestorm is done with that version of you. It's igniting a revolution within, a rising of your voice that will not be silenced, that will not be tamed, that will not be ignored. You might find yourself in moments where the words spill out before you can stop them, a torrent of truth breaking through the dam you've built around your heart. Maybe you're saying no to demands that drain you, the word rolling off your tongue with a weight that feels both foreign and liberating. Perhaps you're setting boundaries in relationships that have been unbalanced for too long, relationships where you've given everything and received nothing, where you've dimmed your light to make others shine. Imagine standing in front of someone who's taken you for granted, looking them in the eye and saying, "I deserve better. I'm done shrinking for you." Maybe you're suddenly vocal in meetings, speaking up with a clarity that surprises even you, your voice steady as you share ideas you've kept hidden for years. Or perhaps you're expressing desires you've buried under layers of fear, dreams of starting a business, of traveling the world, of creating art that sets your soul on fire, dreams you've dismissed as impractical but can no longer ignore. This rising voice isn't about rebellion for the sake of rebellion. It's about alignment, a deep, unshakable alignment with the truth of who you are and what you stand for. The firestorm is awakening a knowing within you, a remembrance of your own power, your own worth, your own right to take up space in this world. Your voice is the channel for that truth, the instrument through which you declare to the universe, "I will not be silenced. I will not shrink. I will not dim my light for anyone." That's how you set boundaries, how you express your desires, how you stand in your authenticity, even when it feels terrifying, even when it shakes the ground beneath you. Yes, speaking your truth might scare you. Others might react, relationships might shift, the world might push back. But that's the firestorm clearing what doesn't align, making space for what does. This isn't about being loud for the sake of noise. It's about being clear, about being heard in a way that resonates with the deepest parts of you. You're not screaming for attention. You're speaking because it's your birthright to be seen and heard as you are, in all your messy, beautiful, authentic glory. Your truth is sacred, a flame that burns brighter with every word you speak. And sharing that truth is one of the most powerful acts you can undertake. Imagine the freedom of saying what you've always wanted to say, of expressing what's been on your heart for years, of communicating with a confidence that feels like coming home. Each time you speak your truth, you strengthen that muscle, you reinforce your ability to trust yourself, to honor your own voice, to stand in your power. The firestorm is supporting you in this. Its flames burning away the fear, the doubt, the conditioning that's kept you silent for so long. You might feel physical sensations as your throat chakra activates. A warmth, a tingling, a pressure in your throat, as if the words are fighting to break free. You might notice your voice itself changing, becoming clearer, stronger, more resonant, as if it's finally aligning with the truth of who you are. You might even feel drawn to express yourself in new ways. Writing, singing, speaking publicly. Ways that feel terrifying but exhilarating. Ways that allow your truth to reach the world in a bigger, bolder way. This is the firestorm's gift to you. The courage to speak, the clarity to know what needs to be said, the power to stand in your truth no matter what. Pause and comment below. Where are you finding your voice right now? Are you speaking up in a relationship, setting a boundary, or expressing a dream you've kept hidden? Share your story, because your voice might inspire someone else to find theirs. The firestorm is a collective awakening, and our voices are rising together. Let yours be heard, you're ready to roar. Relationships are shifting at a speed that might leave your head spinning, and you're likely feeling the tremors rippling through your life right now. Connections that once felt solid, unshakable, now feel unsteady, as if the ground beneath them is cracking open, revealing fault lines you never knew existed. Some people are drifting away without explanation, their presence fading like a whisper in the wind, and it might sting. It might even break your heart. But this isn't loss, it's liberation. The cosmic firestorm is a purifying force, and it's burning away anything inauthentic, anything draining, anything that doesn't align with the person you're becoming. Those friendships built on old patterns, where you played small to keep the peace, where you gave more than you received, where you felt unseen. They're dissolving in the flames, and that's exactly as it should be. The firestorm is clearing the path for relationships that resonate with your new vibration, relationships that honor the real you, not the version you've been pretending to be. Don't cling to what's leaving, even if every instinct tells you to hold on. It's tempting, isn't it, to grasp at the familiar, to fight for the connections that have been part of your life for years, even decades. Maybe it's a childhood friend who's been with you through every milestone, but whose energy now feels heavy, their words laced with judgment rather than support. Maybe it's a family member who expects you to stay the same, to fit into the role you've always played, even as your soul is screaming for freedom. Or maybe it's a romantic partner who once felt like you're everything, but whose presence now feels like a weight, a constant reminder of the ways you've dimmed your light to make them shine. You might feel a sense of loyalty, a fear of loneliness, a guilt that whispers, if you let them go, you're abandoning them. But here's the cosmic truth. If they're fading, it's because your energies no longer align, and that's okay. It's not personal, it's evolution. They've played their part in your story, and now it's time to move forward, to make space for what's meant for you. This realignment isn't always easy, and the firestorm doesn't sugarcoat the process. You might grieve the connections that fade, feel the ache of letting go like a physical pain in your chest. You might cry for the memories, for the laughter, for the moments that once felt so precious, even as you know in your bones that they no longer fit. It's okay to feel that sadness, to honor the role these people played in your life, to thank them silently for the lessons they brought you. But don't let that grief keep you stuck. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is making space for something deeper, more authentic, more supportive relationships that will feel like a breath of fresh air, like coming home to yourself. And they're coming faster than you might expect. Your soul family, the ones who see you, who get you without words, who feel like they've known you for lifetimes. They're already on their way, drawn to the light of your new vibration. These new connections will surprise you, delight you, fill you with a sense of wonder. You might meet someone at a random event, a coffee shop, a workshop, a chance encounter on a hike, and feel an instant recognition, as if your souls are saying, "Oh, there you are." Their presence will be light, mutual, effortless, not based on expectations or roles, but on shared growth, shared authenticity, shared joy. They'll be the mirrors reflecting your true self, showing you the parts of you that are radiant, powerful, worthy of love. They'll be the support you need as you step into your power, cheering you on as you take risks, as you speak your truth, as you become the person you were always meant to be. These aren't relationships where you have to perform, where you have to shrink, where you have to give more than you receive. They're relationships where you can be fully yourself without pretense, without fear of judgment, without the need to explain. This process of realignment is a gift, even if it feels painful in the moment. There's a profound relief in releasing what's heavy, in stopping the effort to force connections that no longer fit. Imagine the freedom of not having to pretend, of not having to walk on eggshells, of not having to dim your light to make others comfortable. By letting go of what's fading, you open the door to relationships that are life-giving, that make you feel more you, that remind you of who you've always been beneath the layers. Trust the process, even if it feels uncertain, even if it brings moments of loneliness. The people meant for you are already on their way, arriving exactly when you need them most, and they'll be worth the wait. Pause and comment below. What relationships are shifting in your life right now? Are you letting go of old connections? Or have you already met someone who feels like soul family? Share your story, because your experience might be the hope someone else needs. The Firestorm is a collective journey, and we're all finding our true tribe. Trust the process. You're making space for the relationships that will light up your life. Do you feel it? The unshakable, bone-deep sense that this moment isn't random, that you're here, hearing this, for a reason that goes beyond chance? You didn't stumble into this cosmic firestorm by accident, and you didn't find this message by coincidence. Your soul has been whispering to you, guiding you to this exact point, because you're ready for something greater, something monumental, something that will change the trajectory of your life. The Firestorm portal is a divine calling, a sacred gateway to your highest potential, a cosmic summons that's been echoing through lifetimes to reach you now. It's happening whether you feel prepared or not, because the universe doesn't wait for your permission. It moves when the time is right, and that time is now. There's a reason your life feels more intense, more alive, more electric than ever. It's because you've been chosen to evolve, to step into the next level of who you truly are, to become the person you were always meant to be. This is your moment, and it's sacred beyond words. But here's the catch. Even though you're called, even though your soul is ready, you might feel terrified, overwhelmed by the weight of what's being asked of you. The path ahead isn't clear, a foggy trail winding through the unknown, and that uncertainty can be paralyzing. You might doubt your strength, wonder if you're capable of handling the magnitude of this transformation. You might ask yourself, am I really ready for this? Can I do this? What if I fail? That fear is normal. It's your human self resisting the leap, clinging to the familiar, even if the familiar is a cage. But your soul knows the way. It's been preparing you for this moment for lifetimes, weaving the threads of your experiences, your lessons, your growth, into a tapestry that's led you here. You are resilient, wise, and stronger than you realize, and the Firestorm is here to remind you of that, to awaken the part of you that's always known you were destined for more. Surrender is the key to navigating this calling, the golden thread that will guide you through the flames. We're taught to control everything in life. Our plans, our goals, our timelines, our outcomes. We make lists, set deadlines, map out every step, as if we can force the universe to bend to our will. But the Firestorm operates on divine timing, not your ego's schedule, and the harder you grip, the more you resist the magic that's trying to unfold. It's like trying to hold water in your fists. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away, leaving you frustrated and empty-handed. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means opening your hands, letting go of the how and the when, and trusting the flow of the universe. It means showing up, doing your best, and releasing the need to control the outcome. It means trusting that the journey is unfolding in perfect order, even if it looks nothing like the plan you had in your head. When you surrender, you tap into a deeper wisdom, a cosmic intelligence that knows you better than you know yourself. The universe has a plan for you, a path that's more beautiful, more expansive, more aligned than anything you could imagine. And when you let go, miracles unfold. Unexpected opportunities, chance encounters, moments that feel too perfect to be coincidence. Maybe you meet someone who offers you a job you never applied for, a job that aligns perfectly with your passions. Maybe you stumble across a book that answers a question you've been carrying for years, its words leaping off the page like a message from the divine. Maybe you feel a sudden urge to take a different route home, and that detour leads you to a place, a person, a moment that changes everything. These are the gifts of surrender, the magic that happens when you stop fighting the flow and start dancing with it. Surrender also means trusting the challenges, the detours, the moments that feel like setbacks but are really redirections. Maybe that job loss you're grieving is the universe's way of pushing you toward a path that lights you up. Maybe that breakup, as painful as it is making space for a love that honors your true self. Maybe that delay in your plans is giving you time to heal, to grow, to prepare for something even greater. The firestorm is guiding you, even when it feels like chaos, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. It's asking you to trust the mystery, to lean into the unknown, to believe that everything is happening for your highest good, even if you can't see the full picture yet. The universe doesn't always give you the map, it gives you the next step and the next and the next, revealing the path as you walk it. Pause and comment below. Where are you being called to surrender right now? Are you letting go of control in a relationship, a career, a dream? Share your story, because your surrender might inspire someone else to trust the process. The firestorm is a collective journey, and we're all learning to let go together. Trust the calling, trust the path, trust the flames. They're leading you to a life that's more expansive, more aligned, more you than you've ever known. You're already in the heart of the firestorm, and I need you to hear this. This cosmic blaze isn't here to destroy you. It's here to forge you into the most powerful, authentic version of yourself. The flames are purifying, burning away the layers that have kept you small, clearing the path for your true self to rise. Yes, it's intense. Your emotions might be a storm, your body buzzing with energy, your life shifting in ways you can't predict. But this is your sacred initiation. The firestorm peaks tomorrow, and the choices you make now will shape your path for years. Don't fear the heat. Embrace it. You're being reborn, and what emerges will be extraordinary. Here's how to stabilize your energy and navigate this shift with power. Avoid overstimulation. Steer clear of crowds, loud environments, or toxic interactions. They'll drain your newly refined energy field. Protect your peace like it's your lifeline. Reconnect with nature. Spend time outdoors, barefoot if possible. Let the earth ground you, recalibrating your energy with its steady rhythm. Adjust sleep patterns. If insomnia or exhaustion hits, listen to your body. Nap when you need to, or set a calming nighttime ritual to ease energy disturbances. Ground through breath and meditation. Practice deep breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8 to center yourself. Meditate daily, even for 5 minutes, visualizing roots growing from your feet into the earth. This is your moment to rise, but you don't have to do it alone. Cosmic Wisdom Naturally is here to guide you through every cosmic shift, keeping you ahead of the transformations that shape our world. Let's build a community of light. Share your story in the comments below. What symptoms are you feeling? What synchronicities have caught your eye? Your voice matters, and together, we'll ride this firestorm to new heights. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers to amplify this message to more souls. Say it with me. I'm ready to rise. The firestorm is your ally, and you're stronger than you've ever been. Step into your power now.